Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to give you my prediction on where I think Luton will finish in this upcoming season in League One. I thought about giving you this video next week, but what's the point? Because my opinion will just get stronger once we sign a striker. And at the moment, it has been heavily reported that we are looking at a striker before the season starts. So if we are able to bring that striker to the club, then my opinion will just get stronger on where I think Luton will finish. So I might as well give you my thoughts and feelings now. Before I go into today's video, please smash the like button. Leave me a comment down below on where you think Luton will finish in this upcoming season. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I make Luton and EFL content. So where do I think Luton will finish in this upcoming season? We should be challenging for the title. Yes, I can already see it now. Lewis, we said it last year that we should have been challenging for a promotion. What makes, this season different? And I will explain. Recruitment already has been better, and also the pre-season campaign has also been better. So straight away, we are not seeing the same mistakes from last year. On paper, our recruitment is very good. So I want to praise the recruitment team for doing a really good job. In terms of our preparation, Matt Bloomfield has got us fitter compared to last pre-season campaign. And also, the players actually look like they know what they're doing. Compared to last time, under Rob Edwards, I don't think they did. So straight away, things look so much better. And that's why I already know we're not going to have a repeat of last year. I think it's very important when reflecting on previous seasons and previous mistakes, you just try and make sure that you learn from those mistakes. Now, I know a lot of people are holding on to that negative energy from last year. I would recommend trying to put that to one side and just treat this as completely separate. But you do what you want to do. If it helps you looking back at last year, then do it. But personally for me, when I keep reflecting back on last year, it just makes me sad. It makes me angry. And I'd rather just go into this season being positive and just focusing on what Matt Bloomfield can potentially do with this group of players. Yes, I know we all said last year the players were too good to, not go down. We should have never got relegated. We should have been competing at the top end. We made poor football decisions last year. At this moment in time, the football decisions which we've made so far for this upcoming campaign, I think have been quite good. So that's why I don't think we're going to get a repeat of last season. And that's why I think a lot of people should be a lot more positive and have high hopes on what Matt Bloomfield can achieve with these group of players. But let me put it this way. If Matt Bloomfield can't finish top 6 with this group of players, something has gone completely wrong. Because the squad, the money which we've got available, yes, I know we haven't spent millions of pounds, but we have spent it wisely, in my opinion. Got some really good free signings in, got some loan players in, and when we have spent money on the likes of Josh Keeley, it's been worth the money, in my opinion. So, mix that all together with a manager who's proven at League One level and with the current squad already at the football club, we have got a fantastic team. But it's not going to be easy. I'm not expecting us to do a Birmingham. I'm not expecting us to destroy the league. I would love us to do that. And if we do, fantastic, great. But there are teams in League One that's going to be a massive challenge. Huddersfield, as we all know, as I'm recording the video, have recruited extremely well. I'm expecting clubs from last season to perform a lot better than what they did. The likes of Bolton, for example, I expect them to be competing at the top end. I'm expecting Stockport County to be a lot better than what they were last year, despite finishing in those playoff positions. And that's without even talking about the likes of Cardiff and Plymouth, who got relegated with us. They, of course, will be looking to win instant promotion, just like we. So I think it's going to be a big challenge. Lots of teams competing at the top end. But I think, honestly, with our squad, we've got a better team. I don't think there's another club in League One that come close to the quality in their squad. We have the best quality out of everyone in the division. And that's not me being arrogant. or trying to act all big because Luton have got this money and so on. I'm not pretending to be that person. All I'm saying is our squad is very good, but that doesn't mean it will win the title. When Luton won promotion out of League 2 to go to League 1, we were competing with Accrington Stanley. Accrington won the league. They won League 2. We came second. But if you was to have a look at both squads on paper, Luton had a better squad. But Accrington, they got more points, and fair play to them. So I just want to put it out there that, yeah, having the best squad doesn't guarantee that you're going to win the league. You've got to earn that right. And I do believe we've got a lot of things throughout the squad, a lot of good quality, a lot of good skill, individual skill, a lot of good experience amongst the players to really challenge for that title. So let's start off by talking about the manager in Matt Bloomfield. He's played at this level and he's also managed at this level. He done well in League 1 with Wycombe. He got them challenging with Birmingham and then he left them to join us in the Championship. So already Matt Bloomfield has done well and I do believe he is the right man to get us back to the Championship. But I think Bloomfield, he's got a point to prove as well because he didn't do what he was asked to do, which was keep us up in the Championship. I think he's worked extra hard in this summer preparation in order to make sure that he has a successful season with us. He wants to get us back there. I'm 100% sure he wants to do that. The fact that he got relegated as our manager, I think hurt him a bit. And yeah, he wants to do all he can to help us get back to the Championship. So straight away, I think we've got the right manager for the job. In terms of our recruitment, we have signed players from the Championship who has stepped down to come and play League 1 football. They are experienced players with plenty of leadership. Cal Naismith, Saville and Naki Wells. That's a defender, that's a midfielder and also a striker. So leadership all over the pitch, which I think is going to be absolutely key for this upcoming year. That's not just the only bit of recruitment we did. We signed young and hungry players. We've signed players on loan from Premier League clubs that with a point to prove. We've got an option to buy them if they end up becoming successful, which is fantastic. I love having younger players that have a point to prove. We've also signed players that have done well in League 1. Look at Adofin, for example. He was player of the season at Rotherham. And look at Josh Keeley. Fantastic for Leyton Orient last season. And we're also looking at Kelman, who was fantastic for Leyton Orient in terms of scoring goals. He was top goal scorer in League 1 last year. So we're looking at these players that have done well at this level. So mix that all together, you've got something quite special. And Matt Bloomfield has got to figure out that winning formula. And I do believe he will figure it out in this upcoming season. And despite me talking about Matt Bloomfield and the recruitment, look at the current squad. The squad is very good. You've got players that have done well at Championship level. Of course, playing League 1 level this time round. You've got players that have played at this level in the past and been very successful. Players like Walsh, Baptiste, for example, McGuinness. They've done well at League 1. I just think we've got so much quality that it has to be challenging for that top spot. We have to be in that conversation. And if we're not in that conversation and we're not in the top 6, something has gone wrong. And that's when we have to put the question to Matt Bloomfield, because this squad on paper should be challenging at the top. It really should be challenging. And I know we said this last year. I know we said that. But I think there's been a change in the culture at Luton. I think we've had a lot of new faces come in, which is going to help with the culture in the dressing room. And we've also had a couple of players leave. Do I expect more players to leave the football club from now until the end of the transfer window? Yes, I do. I do expect a couple more to leave, which will help the culture of the dressing room. I've been told there's actually some players amongst the squad that have had a change of heart, that actually, you know what, yes, I've been part of a relegated Luton team, but I want to prove myself that I can do a good job in League 1 and I want to help Luton get, promotion back to the Championship. I've been told that there are some players that are determined to do it. I'm just looking at the squad itself and it is so strong in all areas. We're just missing that one little bit, in my opinion, which is a striker that can score 20 goals. If we can do that, there's no doubt in my mind that we can win this league. But again, we've got to prove it. I'm not just saying it because I want to be big-headed, this big-headed Luton fan. I'm saying it on the basis of our squad is very, very good. So it should be doing what we think it should do, which is challenge at the top end. Look at the goalkeeper department. Josh Keeley, done well in League One with Leyton Orient, as I've already mentioned. James Shea, last time he played in League One, he done fantastic. He was part of that promotion winning team. In fact, the title winning team. If you look at the defence, McGuinness, Makosso, Cal Naismith, Big Nigel, Ted Menji. You've got good defenders there. Good centre-halves. I don't think there's another team in League One that has better centre-backs than what we do. Wing-backs. You've got Isaiah Jones. Yes, he's currently going to be missing the first couple of months of the season. But very good for this level. Alfie Doughty. Yes, there's a question mark on whether or not he will be here by the end of the window. I actually think he will. I don't see a club matching the fee which Luton want for Alfie Doughty. Then we look at the midfield. Saville, Baptiste, Walsh, Clark, Zach Nelson, Richards. The midfield is stacked with quality. This is without even talking about the likes of a Dauphin who can play in multiple positions, whether that's a centre-half or as a centre mid. Mans Anderson, who I haven't even spoken about, who was fantastic with at Barnsley in League One. So much quality throughout the midfield and defence and the squad. Then we get to the strikers, and that's when it's the biggest question mark. The strikers are the question. Naki Welsh, do I think he can score double figures at this level? Yes, I do, but I don't see him scoring like 15 plus. Ali, I think, can rip League One apart, so it's so important that we manage to keep him. Do I think we can? Yes, I think we can keep him for beyond the window. Whether that's playing as a wide player or as a left wing back or as a striker, he's going to be absolutely key. Nordas, he's been scoring goals in pre-season, which gives him a lot of confidence. I expect him to have a good year. I think he can score 10 goals at this level. Woodrow, I don't think so. I don't think we're seeing much of him. Brown, again, I'm not too sure about him. And Elijah, we most likely won't see him at least until January. So it's clear that the striker position definitely needs to be looked at. And I already know that the club are looking at that position. So once we get that sorted, we are going to be up there. I just don't see a world where we're not competing at the top end. Something, like I said already, it's got to go horribly wrong. Something has got to go really bad in order for this team not to do it. It's so good on paper. We now just got to put the quality, the fantastic CVs which these players have got into 3 points on a Saturday, on a Tuesday, on a Friday night. That's what this group of players have got to do on a consistent basis. I think it's so important for Matt Bloomfield to start the season off extremely well. If we can do that and show some real intent, we can go on a really good run of form. And hopefully claim that title. But it's not going to be easy. Like I've already mentioned, there's going to be other clubs competing with us for it. They're going to make it really hard. And I'm looking forward to the challenge. I really am. I'm really looking forward to it. But I just got a good feeling that this year, it's going to be a special year. I've just got this feeling inside me. And I've had it since we started signing some really good players. And what I've seen so far in pre-season, it's developed a really good feeling in me that I believe that Luton can do it. I really do. And even other people are starting to talk about it. People are talking about how good our squad is. And I know it's about last year. And I know a lot of people are going to go, we were saying all this last year. I wasn't actually saying that Luton could win promotion last season. I thought we would get top 10 and we might be in the conversation of trying to compete for promotion, but I weren't predicting us top 2. 100% I wasn't, because we weren't acting like a club that could win promotion from the Championship. This time round, we are acting like a club that can win the league. We're acting like it. With the negotiations which we've been doing, with the signings we've made, with this current squad which we've got, we're acting like a club that can win the league. That's why I believe we can do it. We've got everything in order to win this title. We now need to do that final bit. It's not the easier bit, but it's the final bit, and that's perform extremely well and win football matches on a consistent basis throughout the whole entire season. And fingers crossed we can do it. But yeah, that is my prediction. Those are my expectations. We need to get that striker in. I believe we've got about 4 players that can hit double figures in League One. I reckon Clark can score 10 goals from midfield. I think Ali can score 10 goals. I think Nordas can, and I think Naki Wells can. We just need that one striker that can give us a bit more, and then you've got goals throughout the team. You've got goals all over the pitch. So yeah. And also, just one more thing. Even if we play this 5 at the back system, the 3 at the back system, this squad as well is quite adaptable to playing multiple formations. I can definitely see us changing throughout the year if things don't go to plan, whether that's a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3. We've got players that are adaptable playing multiple ways, which is, I don't think we had that last year. So again, we've got another option in our locker in order to try and win this title. So yeah, I think promotion is the aim this year, and hopefully we go and do it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know how you think down in the video comments. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.